I used to be in sixth or seventh period in school, and it would be that time of day where I had a lot of homework and I need to get it done. So I would be saying to myself that I would go home after school and get it all done. And I'd work hard and I'd get it all done really quickly, and then I could relax for the rest of the day. Play video games, watch YouTube videos, watch TV. And what would happen would be that I would come home and I would take my shoes and socks off, I'd put all my stuff away, and then I'd play video games. I just wouldn't want to do the work. And I just didn't. And it was like that for a long time. And then the next day, I'd have to rush to get all my work done in first period or before school started. I'm going to go over in this video how to get work done if you don't have energy, and also if you don't have time. Now I'm going to start with if you don't have time, because that also affected me. For me personally, I had theater rehearsal it started around 5 and it went to around 8. And that took up a lot of my time. So what I did was, during the scenes that I wasn't actually acting in, I would have my backpack out and I'd have my paper out, my homework, and I'd have my computer out and I would be doing my homework. And that actually helped me significantly, and I got most of my work done that time. And I could even have some time afterward to study. But obviously, not every extracurricular allows for you to be doing work during that activity. So what do you do if you can't? Well, believe it or not, there is time at home. You do have free time. And whether, even if you come home at 7 p.m., you still have an hour or two to work. And that's where the resistance comes from, because during that time, you don't want to work. This is your only free time, so of course you want to relax. Of course you want to watch YouTube or television, and that's completely normal. However, you still have work to do, and you're going to have to get that done. So you're going to have to make sacrifices, and the sacrifices that you have to make are, you have to sacrifice your free time. And it's hard to do, but I've done it, and a lot of people have done it. And once you do it, you get used to it to the point where your brain just sort of accepts it, and it's not bad at that point. You don't feel that resistance after doing it for a while. And another way to minimize having to do that period where you have to sacrifice your free time, is simply by doing your work during school. And now this is a simple tip, but I'd get assigned homework and I'd just kind of mess around for the rest of class. But what you can do is you really just can put the effort in to really focus and try and finish your homework during class. Now, a lot of people already do that, but that's something that I didn't do because I felt I was lazy during school. I procrastinated a lot. That was one of my downfalls. Now, the other problem is, what if you don't have enough energy after school? Now, this was me too, where I wouldn't have any extracurriculars, but I would come home and I'd want to do work, but I didn't. The only way to fix this is simply by building a habit of doing work straight away after school. Even if you don't get a lot of work done, just do some work after school. Some work. And what this does is this creates the mental pathway in your brain to start doing work after school every day. And then every day after school, you feel less resistance to that path. And as that path builds and becomes stronger, eventually you'll get to the point where you don't feel any resistance and you can just go home and it's completely natural to start working. And then your brain will give you extra energy. It'll give you extra energy to do that work. And so every day after school, when you work, you'll be able to get all of your work done. And it might take an hour or two, but it won't feel hard. And then after that, you really can just go home and relax. Well, you're already at home, but you can relax, and you really can, play video games or watch YouTube or do whatever you want, and you won't feel that guilt or that shame in your head anymore. And that's the main problem, because if you go home and you don't do work and you just go straight away to relaxing and winding down, then you're going to feel guilty and you're not really going to be able to enjoy it, because in the back of your mind that you're procrastinating and that you have work to do. So that's really the thing. You have to have discipline and you have to make time, and you always do have time. You have 24 hours in a day. You have plenty of time